Good morning, happy Monday. Yesterday we went to a butterfly museum and out to eat at one of the healthier food places that I really like. And it was for Father's Day since I was gone last weekend, but it was an awesome day and awesome end to the weekend. And now we're jumping in this Monday to, we're talking like meal planning, prepping food, that type of thing. And there's interest in all of the subdivisions of it. So I'll just kind of brush over bulk prepping, meal planning, and emergency like snacks or meal ideas. So we will start off with meal planning. This is, if you got my article this weekend, these are my non-negotiables. Meal planning is definitely a non-negotiable that I do every single weekend. I get groceries, I plan meals. Now, sure, there are going to be some off weeks, some off days, but usually what I do is Friday night we have a movie night and I meal plan. During movie night, I put in a grocery order to pick up the next day, and then we have our groceries for the week. Now, when I'm meal planning, I always do meals for 2 nights, and we have a night that we eat out, usually at Chipotle, because we do it on the way home from my girls' gymnastics. So that's how I do it. So usually I only have like 2, maybe 3 meals a week that I plan for. And then I just make sure we have the essentials for what everyone usually has for breakfast and what everyone usually has for lunch. And so with that, it can look different depending on the week, but this is usually how I plan. And also bulk cook. I do not take 2 hours to cook on Sundays. I know some people do, but I don't have time to do that. I have no desire to do that. And so what I do is when I'm doing something else, when I'm cooking a meal, I make extra of it. So a lot of times on Sunday, we will grill up a lot of chicken for a chicken salad, or we will put a bunch of chicken in the crock pot, or we'll make a bunch of burgers so we have enough for lunches for the next 2 days. And then as far as grains, if I'm making rice anyway, I make a whole bunch of it. My sweet potatoes honestly is what I usually have for lunch. So with that, I will just randomly, I will put in the sweet potatoes. Maybe I'm cooking an entirely different meal, but I'm out of sweet potatoes. I just stick them in the oven. I literally wash them, put them in a pan, and put them in the oven. It takes 0 time. And then I also have my breakfast sausage that I usually make, and that's something I just make in bulk when I need it in the morning anyway, and I would be making it anyway. And so I never do extra work. If I'm making something, I make extra. I never allot time specifically just to prep food. So that's how I cook. I think it really works because I have things on rotation, like my breakfast sausage, my sweet potatoes for lunch, and then if I have leftover chicken, then I use that for lunches. But then I also always have my backup things. So Costco has some awesome chicken skewers. They have frozen turkey burgers, frozen hamburgers, that type of thing for the fridge. Oh, my arm's getting tired. And so for the freezer. And so we put those in the freezer, and then we have protein. In a good week, we will, have enough protein from what we've prepared, and then we just have lunches. And, some people say it gets a little bit boring to eat the same thing all the time, but honestly, you can change things up. So let's say we cook chicken. Well, I can put that, with my sweet potato and guacamole. I can put it in a salad with a Greek dressing on. So when you're prepping something, it doesn't mean you have to eat the exact same thing with it. And then I always have brown rice pasta. I have things like that are easy to make. I try to keep some kind of rice packets as well. So that's usually how I do it. Good morning. As far as meal planning, I do it on the weekends. I plan for dinner specifically, just lunch essentials. For for bulk, I just do it when I'm cooking anyway. And then for emergency things, snacks is the one thing I didn't hit on. Make sure there is a lot of protein in them. So beef sticks is a great one. And honestly, for snacks, you should be eating You should be eating enough at meals so you don't feel like you need to snack all the time. Honestly, if you're getting enough protein, you shouldn't need a snack. But if you do, think things that are high in protein. You know, if you can do dairy, that's another great one. Hard-boiled eggs, those types of things are great. So, with that said, I need to go and parent for a little bit, but I will talk to you tomorrow. Let me know what kinds of ideas you have. If you have any ideas or any questions about specifics of meal planning, I try to keep it really simple so that I don't have to do that much extra work. So, have a great Monday and a great week.